It seems like Capcom's investors were wondering why Wilds wasn't listed for the Nintendo Switch. Let's get into it in this video. Hey guys, Novel Bushida here, welcome back to the channel, hope you guys are doing alright. And to start off this conversation, I'm here on My Nintendo News, where the title is Capcom comments on the lack of Monster Hunter Wilds for Nintendo Switch. So yeah, let's talk about it. The action-packed game isn't destined for Nintendo Switch, and investors asked the company why that is at the last shareholders meeting. Capcom says the reason is because they want to utilize the latest technology to its limits. You can read the company's full statement below. Okay, question. You have announced Monster Hunter Wilds for the PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, but not for portable platforms like Nintendo Switch. Will this game be limited to these non-portable consoles? Now, first of all, it's quite interesting that they say not portable platforms, because the only non-portable platform is Nintendo Switch anyway. If it was the Steam Deck, but obviously since someone's on PC, it's going to run on the Steam Deck most likely anyway. But I guess they haven't announced that. But let's go on to the answer. One concept we've incorporated into this title is aiming to portray the maximum of the world of Monster Hunter by utilizing the latest technologies to its limits. To that end, the platforms capable of utilizing that concept are currently, remember that word, the PS5, Xbox Series X, S, and PC. Going forward, we will provide more thorough details regarding these concepts and themes, and when we release information on the game, we hope you look forward to it. So, a couple things here. Firstly, why do the investors want this game on Nintendo Switch? And that's quite simple. Nintendo Switch is selling gangbusters. So far, Nintendo Switch is about 141 million hardware sales, which leaves it just behind the DS by about 13 million and behind the PS2 by about another 14 million. And that's a crazy amount of consoles to be sold. So you can tell, yeah, this is one of the reasons why they're very interested in why it's not for the Switch. They want to see that return. And they saw how well Rise did on the Switch. It's seeing Capcom's statement here. What they want to do is way beyond the Switch. Switch was already hitting its limits. Switch was using tech from 2015 when it came out in 2017, so it wasn't even new at the time. So that makes perfect sense. But one thing that Capcom says here is they're currently realizing that concepts are currently the PS5, Xbox Series S and X, and PC. So what does this mean for the new Nintendo Switch? Are they saying that it's a possibility that it could be a new Nintendo Switch or the new Nintendo system in general? That's something that I'm actually thinking about, and that might be a possibility. Now, we've had some leaks and rumors about the new Nintendo Switch, and it's been rumored to be around PS5 level, around that, maybe not PS4 level, around that, a bit higher maybe. So some people are saying, well, since it's at that level, it's impossible that it can actually run a game like Wilds, right? Well, that's the thing. When it comes to systems, definitely these days, and it's actually been throughout history, raw spec power, it isn't everything. There's more to it. It's more nuanced. It's about the feature set, the tech behind it, what capabilities are enabled for that system. Now, one of the channels I follow to get more information on Nintendo and other gaming stuff in general was Nate the Hate, and he had a lot of inside information, and he gathered a lot of inside information about other places. And last year, Nintendo apparently revealed the new system to some people, and it was playing the Matrix demo that we saw for the PS5 and Xbox Series X in Unreal Engine 5, and some people were saying the graphics and performance specifically, was comparable to PS5. What does that mean? It's hard to say. It could mean that the frame rate was comparable, was almost the same. It could mean it looked almost the same. It's hard to say, but Nvidia have implemented DLSS 3.5 into this new system apparently, and that really helps it to boost up its capabilities to outperform what people might expect from a system with that type of spec. Now, on top of that, apparently Nintendo also showed Breath of the Wild running at 60 FPS, 4K, and 4K is a big thing for them trying to hit this console. It's going to be upscaled 4K, you know, through DLSS. It's not going to be native 4K, I doubt, but upscaled 4K, and they showed it to people, and they pretty much showed no load times, which is a crazy improvement over. Yes, the Breath of the Wild 1 was originally for the Wii U and then moved to the Switch, and that's probably why the performance isn't that great. But just keep that in mind that the first one was 30 FPS, sub 1080p, not even all the time I believe, and the load times were quite long. And basically now they're showing that there's no load times, 60 FPS, and looking at 4K, which is quite remarkable. It shows you that Capcom actually may be talking to Nintendo behind doors and seeing what they can do for this new system, because there's no way that Capcom haven't looked into this. There's no way. After how much they've seen the Switch sell, yes, this is going to be a new system and they're going to have to start from scratch. But last time, Capcom and other Japanese developers specifically was literally saying how bad they treated the Nintendo Switch at the start, and they really should have been on it from the get-go. They would have made a lot more money, and they regretted it. They regretted not being there at the get-go. They weren't there at the get-go because the Wii U did so poorly, and they thought, you know, this next system's gonna bomb, so they're gonna wait and see. They waited to see, and they missed out on huge opportunities to really capitalize on Nintendo's next system. Now, there's also been a lot of small things, like apparently in the Matrix demo, the ray tracing, which is a new lighting tech, was shown to actually look better than the PS5. Now that could be, you know, anecdotal. We have no idea the circumstances. Maybe it was shown on a portable screen, maybe it was shown on the big screen. It's hard to really know about this one. And maybe it was just they thought it looked better, but I mean, they probably didn't have an eye-and-eye comparison from one to the other unless Nintendo did that to show that. But just take that as you will. There's also been rumors. There's another rumor here that Capcom are preparing Monster Hunter 6. This is before they announced it for the Nintendo Switch 2, which, I mean, who knows? This rumor doesn't really say much. It's definitely a possibility that this stuff is happening. Will it actually happen? I don't know. I don't know. But the Nintendo Switch 2 definitely is going to be future-proof. Nintendo know that this system needs to last a longer time period, right? They're coming out of a console halfway through the generation, and they know that games are boosted up. There's so many games that are missing the Switch because it doesn't have the capabilities, it doesn't have the RAM. So Nintendo Switches are full RAM. When they're working on it behind closed doors, they actually had Capcom's help on some of the specs. Capcom came to them and said, yo, let's get 4 RAM in this, 4 gigabytes of RAM rather than 3, because Nintendo was originally going for 3. And they were saying, if we can get 4, we can build Rise, and we can build an open world. And they were like, come. Well, they probably didn't say like that, but you know, you get the gist. So Capcom definitely have a close relationship with Nintendo and how they build their systems and software. So going forward, they probably already have dev kit. They've had a dev kit for a long time, probably since the Nintendo Switch 2 or the next system has been delayed so many times, which has been evidently proven through many different people. It's just so evident that they've been trying to keep it up to date with new tech along with Nvidia, to keep it lasting longer for the periods to come. Now, is this a definite, guys? No, nothing's definite right now. We don't know near enough about Nintendo Switch 2. We don't know anything about WilDz really. So closer to next year, closer to the end of this year, we should start to learn more about both, and we can make some judgments there on what do you think. Tokyo Game Show is going to be particularly a big time for both. They're both in Japan. We'll probably hear a lot of stuff from both. Maybe we'll even hear rumors about WilDz running on the new Switch behind closed doors. Who knows? That would be great. It would be nice to have, you know, just more people being able to play these games. It might even be a case where it actually releases on Nintendo Switch late, similar to Rise on other consoles, where it will release a year down the line, or maybe a couple months down the line, who knows, or maybe it'll be there at launch, and it's just integrated to crossplay. Just remember, we haven't had a release date for both of these, and Nintendo Switch and WilDz are both coming out next year. So yeah, let me know what you think down below, guys. If you think I'm crazy, I'm just speculating. I haven't said anything definite, but you know, let me know if you agree with anything, disagree, if you didn't know about any of this information. We can talk about it down in the comments. Subscribe for more if you want to keep up to date on Monster Hunter WilDz news. Like the video, and I'll catch you guys later. See you.